Imagine this. You're working in an office, and a young chap with a beanie hat, earbuds in, and a laptop covered in stickers walks in. His name is Jake, and he's a Gen Z. Now, Jake is a curious character, isn't he? He's got this peculiar habit of bringing his own cold brew coffee to work each day, straight from his eco-friendly reusable bottle. And when he talks, it's not in words or sentences, like you or I might use, but through a fascinating language of memes and emojis. It's like he's speaking in hieroglyphics. And here's the fun part. Jake can't remember a world before the internet. Yes, you heard it right. For him, the idea of physically going to a library to research something is as alien as the concept of a rotary-dialed telephone. His older colleagues, well, they're left scratching their heads, wondering if they've somehow landed on a different planet. Jake might seem like an alien with his peculiar habits, but he's a part of Gen Z, the generation that's swiftly becoming a significant part of the workforce. If you've ever felt like you're in a foreign country when dealing with Gen Z, like our friend Jake, you're not alone. Even Hollywood legend Jodie Foster finds them a tough nut to crack. Picture this. You're at work, and you're dealing with a jigsaw puzzle of generations. On one hand, you've got the baby boomers and Gen X, who are used to a more traditional work environment. They clock in, put their heads down, and get the job done. They're not big on constant feedback or flexible hours, but they are reliable and experienced. Enter Gen Z, the tech-savvy, feedback-craving, work-life balance-obsessed generation. They're like a breath of fresh air or a whirlwind, depending on how you look at it. They're always connected, always switched on, and always ready to challenge the status quo. They want to know they're making an impact, and they want to know now. So why does Jodie Foster, and perhaps you too, find them difficult to work with? Well, it's a classic case of generational misunderstanding. We're all products of our time, after all. Jodie Foster, a baby boomer, was raised in an era where work was a means to an end, not necessarily a source of personal fulfillment. It's no wonder then that Gen Z's need for constant validation and desire for a more flexible work environment might seem, well, a bit annoying. But let's not get too hasty in our judgment. Gen Z's approach to work, while different, brings a lot to the table. Their tech savviness means they're quick to adapt to new tools and technologies, a priceless asset in today's digital age. Their desire for feedback promotes transparency and continuous improvement, and their focus on work-life balance, well, who can argue with a happier, healthier workforce? So yes, working with Gen Z can be challenging, but it can also be incredibly rewarding. It's about understanding their perspective and finding a common ground. The key is to embrace the jumble, not to resist it. So while they might be hard to understand at times, remember Gen Z are not aliens, but a generation adapting to a rapidly changing world. So we've had a chuckle at Jake's expense, navigated the generational jumble, and even got Jodie Foster's take on Gen Z. We've explored the unique characteristics of Gen Z, their penchant for creativity, their technological prowess, and their fierce independence. We've highlighted the stark differences between them and their predecessors, from the tech-savvy millennials to the hard-working boomers. We've delved into the challenges of working with this generation, their need for constant feedback, their demand for flexible working conditions, and their desire for a work-life balance that doesn't compromise their personal identity. But we've also underscored the benefits of their fresh perspectives, their innovative ideas, and their ability to adapt to rapid changes. It's a mixed bag of quirks and capabilities that makes Gen Z a force to be reckoned with. Like it or not, Gen Z is here to stay, so next time you see a Jake at your workplace, don't despair. Remember, every generation has its quirks. It's just a matter of understanding and embracing them.